Good afternoon, Vet Bro Militia. It's your host Lopez here, also known as D-Lo the Vet Bro. This one, I didn't know if I wanted to do it as a podcast or just for the channel, but I'm gonna do this just for the Vet Bro Reacts channel because I'm reacting to this, as well as I'll do a podcast on it maybe next week. I doubt next week because it's gonna be Christmas. But there'll be more to follow on this topic that I'm about to bring up right now. Anywho, there's a Milper message apparently that went out. Milper 23-518, temporary promotion authority for the Department of the Army. All right, check this out, man. All right, so let me see if I could just share it. Give me a quick fucking second here, dude. It just pisses me off, bro. And I'm just gonna tell you why, because I'm gonna share it. I found it on the gram of Insta, and anywho, it's just another sign that the army is really fucking up hard. And yeah, so anywho, it's right there. And it says the following: please disseminate to your soldiers an opportunity to get promoted from E5 to E7 with presumably 2 years if you become a recruiter. Promotion to staff sergeant effective immediately. All right. Sergeants, regardless of the promotable status, must be in good standing, obviously not flagged, who are selected or volunteer for assignment as a detail recruiter will be promoted to staff sergeant upon successful graduation of the Army recruiter course. The promotion effective date will be the graduation date. Promotions will be accomplished in ipse through personnel action request. So basically, you submit a 4187 is what it sounds like once you complete your motherfucking your class, your schooling. So that's from sergeant to staff sergeant. I saw many NCOs who were just stripe wearers, had no reason to be in a leadership position. All right. There's a couple of sergeants that come into mind right now. One of them in my last unit in 277 FA, this dude came from Korea, E5 type. He fucking slipped through the cracks over there. Must have been an automatic promotion. And when he was going on a maneuver platoon, okay, he was not the sharpest tool in the shed. And he dares ask, is there a chance we might die out there? Are you fucking serious, dude? You're asking that shit. You're supposed to be a sergeant. You already know the possibilities, and you're going to be in a maneuver platoon? Now, come on, y'all. If you were in 277 FA, you know who he is. All right. I'm just going to leave it at that. He came from Korea in his TA 50 and everything. Wasn't in a rucksack. It was in a fucking trash bag. All right. A fucking trash bag. All right. Anyway, and that was E5 to E4 to he was an E5. Thankfully, he got out. There was another one, another E5, who I'm not trying to be a dick by this. I'm really not. He was also in 277 FA out of Fort Hood. All right. He might have stayed there during the transition to fucking 582. But this gentleman was borderline below Gump levels, but didn't have the Gump intellect militarily. All right. I'm not trying to be a dick about this. This guy had two left gloves when we went to the field to go shoot. Or, when we went to a rifle qual, two left gloves, y'all. Okay. He was a sergeant. I mean, these are guys. Last I saw, he was a sergeant first class. And I mean, I still don't understand how the fuck that happened. I get it. We were in the need for bodies. But you know what? There's a lot of people out there who smoked weed or did some drugs at a young age and maybe caught a case or two that fixed their lives up. But you guys won't give them the fucking opportunity to become service members and great leaders. All right. But you rather have these fucking pieces of shit that are wearing stripes, have no reason to be in a motherfucking position of authority, and you want to promote them from E5 to E7, presumably in 2 years now. And it gets better, all right? This is just, I knew one sergeant who got promoted to staff sergeant in motherfucking Motherfucking Fort Stewart, Georgia, 1-9 Field Artillery. When I got there, I took over his section because that motherfucker disappeared. This dude was what's it called, man? When he was narcoleptic. Narcoleptic. This motherfucker fell asleep dead in the middle of a fucking fire mission, y'all. I bullshit you not. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If you're in 1-9 Field Artillery, he was Sergeant A. I'll leave it at that. All right. I'm not even gonna say because I was under his section when I first got there. Sergeant Suber, if you're watching this, you know exactly who I'm talking about. But anywho, that dude was hot basura. And somehow he got pinned staff sergeant. Had none whatsoever. He had no reason to be in that position. E5, maybe. E6, absolutely not. Because as a staff sergeant, that's when you become a leader of fucking leaders. And you have to be able to not just delegate the authority, but be able to accept the responsibility of the outcome, because that person that you're delegating your authority to is supposed to be doing the shit right. And if he doesn't right, how is a motherfucking E5 gonna be out doing your E6? Anywho, I'm gonna start fucking getting pissed. Anywho, so we just talked about staff sergeant, sergeant staff sergeant. Check this out. On the Bravo slot, it says promotion to sergeant first class, effective immediately. Staff sergeants performing as detail recruiters who successfully achieve 24 session contracts within a 12-month period to include shipping to initial entry training, or IET, will be promoted to the rank of sergeant first class. The requirement to complete senior leaders course to qualify for promotion to sergeant first class is waived. This waiver does not relieve the soldier from completing the course. Completion of the course still remains mandatory and must be completed before attending promotion eligibility to the rank of master sergeant. Effective date promotion is the 24th, as is the date the 24th session ships to IET. Are you fucking kidding me? Army, are you fucking kidding me? Why did you guys even make an OML then? From your whole fucking I mean, I don't understand. It used to be DA select. I mean, yeah, you had to go to a selection board to become a motherfucking E7. Now it's an automatic if you get 20 fucking 4 bodies in the fucking army. So what's this gonna do? Basically, it's gonna be putting in garbage fucking people. All right. People that don't even belong in the fucking army, but because they can pass a motherfucking PT test and they can pass an ASVAB, but have no fucking street smarts, because you need more than just book smarts to be in the fucking army. Let's be real on this. We had a one soldier, his name was Day, back in 1-9 Field Artillery. Day was smart than a motherfucker. Smart, book smart, but he was fucking stupid as shit when it came to streets. This is the only motherfucker that I knew that could put an IOTV on upside down. How does that happen, y'all? How does that happen? But no, let's go ahead and drop the motherfucking standards. Let's go ahead and drop these fucking standards. Make E5 to E7 automatic promotions. I mean, E5 was already automatic, and I think E6 was automatic as well. As long as you've been in so long and you didn't fuck up, which again is stupid to me, because then you put all these motherfucking NCOs, or I'm sorry, you put all these individuals in NCO positions, and they end up becoming just nothing but fucking stripe wearers. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and toot my own motherfucking horn that I was the greatest NCO. I wasn't. I was a bit of an asshole. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit of an asshole. And but that was hindsight being 2020. But I did train my motherfucking soldiers. I did know how to do my motherfucking job, and my soldiers knew how to do their job as well. And I'm sorry if I'm yelling out here and I'm sounding like I'm ranting and I'm raving. I'm just really fucking pissed off, y'all, because it's just fucking retarded to me that these retarded motherfuckers are going to be promoted. These are going to be the ones training your soldiers. Now, if they're going to stay in the recruiting realm, fine with me. You want to handle that shit, recruiters? Handle it. Stay, as long as you stay within your recruiting realm and you don't go back to the gun line, or you don't go back to your primary MOS. Fine. But if you're gonna just be putting fucking bodies in to get promoted to that one position, dude, you're gonna do the army is doing a disservice to the future soldiers. I'm telling, look, army, you want to fucking get more bodies in? Get rid of your fucking drugs thing. All right, get rid of the fucking drugs. Yeah, people did drugs in the past, especially these new days. They've done them, bro. But as long as they're not fucking addicts and their piss test comes clean, let them in. All right. If they don't look like they're fucking zombies out there smoking meth every motherfucking day, let them in. All right. Oh, they got a criminal history. Okay, guess what? People fuck up. Are they habitual criminals though? Are they? Because if it's not a habitual thing, maybe they need that step to get into the right place. And I'll tell you what, a lot of these motherfuckers that end up fucking up in their youth, and if they don't get an opportunity to join the military, they end up making careers as criminals. I'm not going to say all of them or a lot of them, but there are many of them. Okay. And all they needed was the structure. They're looking for structure. They're looking to be part of something bigger than them. And I'm telling you that the Army would fit right in as long as you give them the proper leadership. All right. And Sergeant first classes who are just getting promoted just to get promoted, they don't belong in there. You're going to be a platoon sergeant, bro. When you get back, you're going to be a fucking platoon sergeant. Unless you're going to go back and work at the chow hall and run that shit, there's no reason that this motherfucker should be a sergeant first class. I'm just thinking 13 Bravo wise. I'm thinking just straight up 13 Bravo wise. Because as the E5, you're either an ammo team chief or you're a motherfucking a gunner. Or at the unless you're a high speed E5, cha-ching right here, you're a section chief. Because I was a section chief as an E5, not to toot my own horn, but I knew how to do my job. Anywho, but there's a lot of motherfucking E4s out there. They'll pin on E5, you know, and if they're doing what they're doing, you know, let's just follow their career. They're a high speed E4 promotable, become a fucking gunner on the fucking line. They're E5s now. They come down on recruiting orders. They go on recruiting orders. What is it, like 2-3 years? You go on recruiter. During those 3 years, he comes back. He's gonna be a fucking sergeant first class, presumably according to this fucking message here. So he's gonna go from being a fucking newly promoted E5, all right, finish his schooling to become a fucking recruiter, pin on E6, and then as he pins on E6 during its time, if in 12 months he can get fucking 24 bodies in, he'll get E7. So now he's going to come back to the line as a fucking platoon sergeant, a smoke. But yet he never did his time as a section chief. He never did his time as a motherfucking gunnery sergeant. He never did his. How's he going to know what the fuck he's doing? So, anywho, if y'all hear any yelling back there, that's my son. Even he's pissed off about it. He's ranting and raving. He can't believe this shit. All right, I had to mute for a second. Sorry about that, y'all. Anywho, my son and my daughter are getting into it out there. Anywho, y'all, that's my rant for the day. I hope that that y'all understand where I'm coming from with this, because this is just annoying, aggravating, and pissing me the fuck off. I had some other shit I was going to share with y'all, but I'm just not in the mood to do that right now. I'm just a little bit on the aggravated side. Maybe I'll put something out to end the year happily and funnily. Before I go, check it out, man. I done told y'all that I was going to give y'all a quick, every time I have a fucking picture up there on my background, I was going to explain to you what it was and whatnot, right? So what you're seeing right there is Baghdad 2006. All right. That's your boy up there. That's your boy right there in that hatch. And that Humvee right there, we used to call her Mean Green. All right. That was the name of her, was just Mean Green. It was funny because before we got to Baghdad, before we got to Kuwait, they told us we were going to have a 100-meter bubble. All right. A 100-meter bubble around our whole convoy. Does that look like 100 meters to you? Shit, I don't even think we're 100 inches away from each other. That was the mess that we had to drive through in the east side of Baghdad, right there. If I'm not mistaken, that looks like it could be off of Wild, like right after you go through the fucking the 4-5 artery fucking traffic circle, or it could be Blue 2. I don't recall. It was a long time ago. But the funny thing we come to find out is, you see that placard on the back of the Humvee that's on the tire that says "Danger, stay back 100 meters." We found out that it was written backwards. And I understand Arabs read shit backwards, but this shit was backwards for the Arabs. In other words, they wrote it in Arabic, but from right to left instead of left to right. So if you look at the 100 at the bottom in green, that 100 should be on the other side, bro. Anywho, so yeah, that was back in the day. And if you ever hear me talking about a lot of why okay, if you ever hear us talking, if I talk about with my other peers about radar jammer and shit like that, there was this big ass antenna on the rear of us that would send out this pulsing, noise. It's going to be that one to my far left. All right, that right there, that was supposed to shoot out frequencies to avoid us from getting blown up. But yeah, that was a good old traffic clearance out there. That was your boy right there leading the charge in the front with that M16 ready to roll. Anywho, y'all, I got nothing else for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this rant, this vent, and if anything, the shit, where is it? Where is it? Okay. If anything, man, there's a ticker at the bottom running. It's just support the gun line. Support on the gun line. The PayPal is on the gunline at gmail.com. Cash App is the money sign DLO1977. Or you can visit on thegunline.com and just click the on the gunline support store. It'll take you over to the merch, man. Anyways, I hope you feel like liking, subscribing, and what do y'all think of this fucking automatic promotion bullshit, man? Anyways, like, share, do what y'all do, and I'll see y'all next week. All right. Love, peace, and hair grease, y'all. Gunline out. D-Lo, the vet bro, calling it a day.